It has been so nice out in Arizona. Very cloudy, very rainy. I've been loving this weather. I've been doing a little bit less exploring and adventuring this week, so the video for this week is just going to be talking about my camera bag and what I have in that pretty much at all times, and the items that I use to make these videos. So to start things off, the bag itself is the Jumper by Brevite. This is hands down the best backpack that I've ever used, not just for photography, but just for general carry as well. It has a nice top compartment, which I like to store smaller accessories in, and then the actual camera compartment itself holds more than it looks like it should. Probably my favorite thing about this bag is that it's very, very low key. It looks just like almost like a JanSport or just a very basic backpack. So when you're out shooting, you don't look like you have a camera bag on your back. I know that's what everybody says about just about every minimal backpack, but I think that's especially the case with the Jumper backpack. So for the cameras themselves, right now that breaks into 3 cameras, exactly 3. That is the camera that I'm filming on now, which is the Sony a7 III. I'm using the Tamron 28 to 75 millimeter f2.8 lens, and that is the only lens that I use. I don't anticipate needing anything more than this camera and this lens combo. The second camera that I'm using in this setup, and probably the most versatile one right now, is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I really liked what I saw with the Dolby Vision HDR recording that it's able to do for video, and that was honestly the main thing that was able to justify this purchase for me. And then the last camera that I'm currently using for this kit is the GoPro Hero 9. Now this little thing is blowing my mind. It has a giant touchscreen on the back, which you can use to review your videos, which is incredible. And then they added a front screen as well. Beyond that, the image that comes out of this thing is actually amazing in my opinion. And I find myself wanting to grab this thing and just use this for just little oddball shooting here and there. As for some of the accessories that I'm using currently, I really like the filters that Moment puts out. So I am using the Cinebloom diffusion filter. This is the 10% at a 67 millimeter thread, so that it fits perfectly on this lens here. Some of the shots that I've already been using here in these videos the last few weeks have been shot using the Cinebloom, and I think it just makes one of the best images that I can pull out of this camera. It's beautiful. The other thing that I've been using is the variable ND. Again, 67 millimeter thread count. I have 2 batteries for this main camera that I use. Honestly, I don't need 2. I could get by with 1. I find that I can usually do an entire day of video or multiple days of photo shooting on this camera using just 1 battery, but I did buy a second one. Beyond that though, I do have this little top handle, which I love. This thing helps me get some really, really cool stable shots, and I can hold the camera in angles that are a little bit harder to do without something like this. Just adding another point of contact to hold the camera and stabilize things makes the camera a little heavier, and I find that just by hanging the camera down low and then using this to shoot, I do get some pretty stable shots, and I do like using this. It even does have the cold shoe mounts on the top as well as the side of this thing, so I can mount my microphone. I can mount a few different accessories to this. It's a pretty cheap item to add to a camera kit, but it's pretty effective. The last thing that I'll talk about here that I do keep in my bag is the mic that I'm using right now. I believe this is the Rode Video Micro. It's just a small microphone that I think costs like $60 USD. And it's pretty good actually. I find as long as you can get the microphone close to you, it gives you a pretty good audio signal, and I use it for voiceover as well as for my vlogs and stuff when I'm out and about. Has the nice windscreen on it, and then I have this little Manfrotto handheld tripod that I can mount the mic to for a mic stand for recording like this. That really is going to come down to pretty much the entirety of my photo and video kit currently. Now, I want the emphasis on this video to be in terms of the 1% project, that you don't need all of this. And something that I have been really bad at in the past is thinking that I just need to buy more and more and more and more. When in reality, as I've been decreasing the load of the things that I do have, I find that less is actually needed. What I want to make here, I think I can do more than enough. I'm nowhere near tapping the potential of the items that I do have that I talked about in this video here. So take all of this obviously with a grain of salt. Your needs might be different as a photo or video creator. And if you don't create photo or video, this just kind of gives you a look into the things that I'm using to make what I'm making. I appreciate you watching. watching. I hope that you enjoyed your time here. I hope that if you are not subscribed, you consider subscribing, because I'm doing weekly uploads all year documenting just the process of making things and just growing as a person. I've had pretty good feedback so far from the 1% project. So I really appreciate that. If you've taken the time to leave a comment or a like on any of these videos, I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching and have a great one. Stay safe. Peace, everybody.